had a great opportunity earlier this week actually not during, but after BYU football practice to catch up with one of my favorite guys on the BYU football program. Kody Epps is a walking quote, and I say that in the most loving terms. He is a guy who is not afraid to speak his mind on a bevy of different issues, but at the same time, have some fun along the way. Cody has been pretty quiet so far this year, and Ed Norton, obviously one of our Locked On Cougar Insider Group members, actually asked the question. We're going to get to your Insider Group Q&A here in a moment. We said, Jake, is Kody Epps still on the roster? He had the laughing, crying emoji. I feel like he's been really let the play calls from A-Rod. History of his past reception show he's a guy who just gets open and gets plays. Possession receiver who gets extra yards. You're not wrong about that, Ed. Cody has been very quiet this season, but I've got a sneaking suspicion that Cody has got something cooked up here for this Wyoming game. Now, don't quote me on that because I can't guarantee it. He's a wide receiver and he's at the mercy of the quarterback who's throwing him the ball. I thought Cody had a phenomenal catch that was kind of touch pass over the top of the linebacker from Jake Retzloff against SMU. I was hoping to see more of that. Can we expect to see more of that against against Wyoming? Well, TBD. But Cody, I think, maintains a very positive outlook about how he approaches life, how he approaches football, and just overall how he goes about his style and the way he plays on the gridiron. So without further ado, here's my conversation with BYU wide receiver Kody Epps.
2-0 through 2 games. How's the team feeling right now?
Geeked. Okay. Everybody's excited. When we came back after the last game and watched the film as a team, as an offense, there were some things we definitely want to come into this next week doing a lot better, executing at a higher level, and just harping on and being super intentional on the little things that our coaches kind of showed us on film that we need to get better at. So everybody's excited. Everybody's ready for the moment. I know I am. I'm so excited to make some plays, just do whatever I can to go 3-0.
Now, I've talked with enough coaches in my career that they will tell you that they love when you guys struggle in a win. And obviously, because it makes it easier for them to kind of harp on you guys.
Yeah.
Is that kind of in the messaging this week from the coaching staff?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as a team, and we want to play better for Cougar Nation. We want more points on the board. We want to do as best as we can for our fans, for our families, for everybody that pours into us. And then we want better for ourselves. Just as our coaches want better for us. As a team, we want better for us. But at the end of the day, man, you can't be mad at a W. W's don't. Every team in college football can win each and every week. And as you see, the past couple weeks, there's been some upsets, some crazy games happening. So anytime that we can go out there and even in the hard times and adversity, come out with a W and come out victorious, we should be happy about it and get better at the things we know we can do better.
How proud were you guys that you guys fought back in that game, though?
Super proud, super proud. Coach Kalani talked about how nobody ever pointed the fingers. We never turned on each other. We never doubted ourselves, doubted our calls or anything like that. We were all dialed in and ready for the next call and ready to make that big play. So, and I'm super excited for Enoch to come in and get that big play for us, get that touchdown. Tanner Wall stepping up and making some big plays on special teams. Those are the little plays and little things that, happen. And then when we get to watch it on film, they mean a lot to us as a team, definitely from a brother standpoint too.
That touch on the pass that you caught in that game from Jake, it was a nice little arc right over that linebacker.
Yeah.
Does that kind of show off his ability as a quarterback? Just his ability, he can gun it when he needs to. But he has that little touch on it as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's a gunslinger in my opinion. Mm-hmm. He's a guy that wants to compete. Anytime he gets outside of the tackle box, I'm always on high alert. Those are the times where a receiver like myself get to make chunk plays because I get to find windows and find space. So to have a dude that understands space as well and is always looking downfield when he breaks the tackle box, it's a lot of fun and it makes room for a lot of big plays.
Okay, do you know much about this Wyoming series and the history between the Cougars and the Pokes?
I actually do. So 2 years ago was my first time playing against Wyoming, and BYU has a wild history with Wyoming. So going into Laramie is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be rowdy, as I hear. They don't like us too much, but at the end of the day, we just want to block out the noise and execute at a high level.
Give me a scouting report. What do you see from them on film?
Dudes that go hard. They go hard on all phases of the game, offense, defense, special teams. So we're going to have to bring our lunch boxes, come ready to play, be stout, be physical, and like I said, be intentional on the little details to make sure that we can execute.
I'm going to ask you about the wide receiving core because you guys got a lot of guys. You guys are rotating quite a bit here. How's it been, just the dynamics in the room of you guys all participating, getting essentially equal reps so far this season?
Yeah, I mean, like I've talked about before season even started, everybody's just pulling for each other. We're all doing it for each other. Anytime we have to sub, we're making sure everybody's on the same page with the calls. We all know who to look for signals and stuff like that. So just I think everybody is just so excited to be able to play. We waited so long for season to come around. I know I'm super excited. I'm geeked up for my teammates when they make big plays, make big blocks, and then when I get in there, I want to do the same thing. I want to make my team proud. I want when film comes on Monday morning or Monday in the afternoon that I made some big plays that my teammates could be proud of too. So
you want to be the guy sliding down your seat, being like, "Don't mention."
Yeah. No, I don't think anybody wants to be that guy. If you want to be that guy, you're in the wrong sport.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt about that. Biggest thing I wanted to ask you about, just in terms of what you've seen from Darius so far this year, because obviously he had to set that first game, but then he comes back in that second game. What are you expecting from him as a teammate? He's
a leader, man. He's an incredible leader. We call him Liddy. Liddy makes a lot of crazy catches. He makes a lot of contested catches. He does it at a high level. So I'm excited to see him in this game, create some matchup problems and make some big plays.
You and Chase have kind of been on parallel tracks your entire time here at BYU. You went through injuries together. Now you guys have kind of gone through this program together. Yeah. What's your relationship with him like in particular?
It's the same. The same. Just we goof around a lot. He's looking at me right now over there. I goof around with him a lot. We play around, say dumb, stupid, silly jokes, sing country songs together, just have fun, enjoy the game. And he's definitely someone that I can count on and off the field, like you said, because I've been around the block with him. We have a lot of invested reps, whether that's riding in the car together or being on the field together. So he's a brother, he's a great teammate, and I'm so happy to be able to do it with him.
Kody Epps, country music fan. I didn't expect that to come out of your mouth.
I wouldn't say a fan, but I'm a fan of some artists and some songs. But I'm not just an overall country guy.
Well, who are
Morgan Wallen for sure.
Okay, Morgan
Zach
Wallen.
Bryan and Morgan Wallen.
Okay.
Morgan Wallen to me he's a little bit more upbeat. He doesn't have that southern drawl like Tim McGraw and some of those dudes. Those dudes are amazing. Those dudes are great. Those dudes started out country and made it to what it is. But I like the younger, more hip stuff. So.
What about Post Malone's new album?
Love it too. I like that too. I like how he switched into that zone and making it pop too.
Okay, last thing for me. What are you hoping to prove, obviously, this game, but more importantly, going forward?
I think just attack. Okay. Each and every snap that I get, I just want to be in attack mode. Whether I have to block, make a play, make a catch. One of my teammates makes a play, comes to the sideline. I want to attack that moment, cheer them up, bring them up. If my teammate makes a mistake, I want to build them up, make sure that they know that they're bigger than that mistake. If I make a mistake, I want to attack the mistake and not let it hinder me, not let it pull me back. Just keep going, always on the go and moving forward in progress.
There you have Kody Epps saying he wants to attack. And I think that's the right mentality to have because, as Ed kind of pointed out a little earlier on, he has been pretty quiet this season. Kody is a guy that I think is poised to break out. Now, there's a lot of other wide receivers in that room. We talked about guys like Darius, Lassiter. We talked about Chase Roberts. But it doesn't even include guys like Keelan Marion, Parker Kingston, Cody Hagan, JoJo Phillips. The wide receiving core at BYU is extremely deep. It's extremely talented. And so long as Jake Retzloff can get the ball to them, it feels like every single one of them are capable of making plays. So I am hopeful that Cody breaks out sooner rather than later, and it'll be no time like the present to go up there to Laramie and let him cook the Wyoming Cowboys. But you can tell that I think he's got the right mindset on everything, and it's just he's a really, really fun young man to talk to. I have great chats with him. We talked a little bit after we pushed stop on the recording. He still is enthralled with the golf game as ever, even though we're in the middle of the football season. I mean, he's wasting time because he is a hyper-focused guy on the task at hand, and that's his football at this point. But you can tell he's got other interests. Golf, he's doing well in school. I cannot speak enough as to the character of a kid like Kody Epps. He's just an incredible human being, and he's going to do some big things in life. I don't know how much of it entails just professional football, if that's the route he takes. He's going to do big things just in general. So really appreciate Kody Epps. A big thank you to him as always for joining us here on the podcast, and look forward to many more of those chats in future days and weeks here on the podcast.